This target here, the range officer came by, he's like, "Are you purposely shooting that way? Like, what's going on?" Because, again, I'm damaging the frame, the target frame that they make there, so you can staple the targets to this board in between the frame, but they don't want you shooting the frame. And, of course, I put quite a few rounds through the frame like an idiot. I should have probably just stopped after a few, realizing that it probably wasn't me. But then again, I'm new to this pistol, so I'm like, I don't know, maybe it is me. And you can't really see too well. I can't really see too well at that distance, so I'm like, maybe it is just me. Maybe my rounds will start going further over. That obviously wasn't the case. And even the range officer standing behind me a ways could see the difference with the sight. He's like, wow. And I had the slide lock back too when he actually was looking at it. And he said, like, yeah, man, you could even tell the difference between the front sight and the barrel, because the barrel's obviously sticking out when the slide's back, you know. He's like, wow, that's ridiculous. Like, I'm surprised.
Are you trying to do that?
Do what?
I mean, stay left.
No.
Are you just trying to center yourself?
I think I just bought this pistol, and the front sight post is over to the right, and I didn't realize that until I was like, why do I keep printing to the left? And now I realize the front sight is over to the right, and I'm like, well, that would explain why. So now I'm aiming to the right on the lower target, so yeah, it's like I'm over there, I'm practically shooting the wood behind it. You know,
that's not good. You'll start chewing that up.
Yeah, I don't want to do that, so... Yeah, so the lower target I'm shooting to the right now.
How far?
On the outer edge of the red.
Wow, you're that far, you're practically off the target.
I know, that's why I'm like, it's like I said, it doesn't seem like it, well, it does look like it's quite a difference.
You don't have a, oh boy. Yeah, if you got a little brass punch,
yeah,
you know, with a drift, because that's what that thing's designed to do.
Yep. Yeah, it's just like...
You bought it that way?
Yeah, brand new. And I'm like...
Who the hell sighted that thing in?
That's what I'm saying. It's like, how did that pass quality control? You know, who inspected it before it got shipped?
Yeah.
But, I don't know.
Well, it's easy to fix.
Yep. Yeah, so for right now, I'm just aiming to the right. So...
Oh, good luck.
Yep. Don't worry, Smith & Wesson. I fixed the sights for you. That's right. Put it in the vise here. Obviously use something to protect it so I didn't screw up the finish on the slide here. Used a brass punch and a hammer and punched them back into the proper alignment. So hopefully that'll address that issue with the rounds going way off to the left. Because that front sight post was way off. Now it's where it should be. And the rear sight is also adjusted properly, which wasn't too far off, but got that back to normal as well. So, I'm going to shoot it, see where it's hitting, make sure it's on point, and then that's it. Did take it apart and clean it a bit. It seems like the slide still locks open just a little bit. If I can do it here, like that. So it still does that. We'll see if that loosens up when I shoot it a bit more. Alright, so in the previous video I mentioned the sight alignment on the S&W Shield, brand new from the factory. 2 days after that video, the following Monday, I called Smith & Wesson, talked to somebody in customer service. Gentleman there was really nice and apologized for the inconvenience. He gave me a couple of options, one of which was to send it back to them. Of course, they'd fix it and send it back to me, no charge. Or take it back to where I bought it from and they might be able to adjust it. But that wasn't the case. They were going to charge me like $35 because it's not really their fault that the thing was sent with sights that weren't aligned properly. So again, they would say, hey, just send it back to Smith & Wesson. So and instead of, you know, sending it out and waiting for who knows how long, I'm pretty sure they try to make a quick turnaround, but even then, it's like, I'm sure they have a lot of stuff that they're doing. It's probably going to take at least several weeks to get it back. I decided to say screw it, and the guy mentioned too, he's like, you know, you could just use a punch and, you know, drift the sight back into place. It's not too hard to do, and I understand that. I'm like, do I really want to play around with that though? My fear was I was going to screw something up, scratch the frame or whatever, but I decided to instead invest in a brass punch set specifically for, you know, gunsmithing and whatnot. So I'm going to eventually do a video on this when I actually use it a few more times to kind of get an idea of how it is. But so far I like it, and it has numerous sizes brass punches, as you can see in the picture here. It's got a fair amount of them in there, and it worked out pretty well. It did not damage anything, which I think is the benefit of the brass punch. The brass is not going to really screw something up. It's usually pretty soft, so that helped out quite a bit. But again, this is just an update to the video I made, over a month ago, I think by now, to show you I did fix the sights. I didn't go through Smith & Wesson to fix them. I figured it's, like I said, I didn't want to waste all that time. But, and I wanted to kind of invest in some tools that I was going to need anyways sooner or later down the road, and I could have actually used, you know, years ago already. So, again, I will eventually do a video on this sooner or later, but it'll probably be quite a bit later than sooner because I haven't really used it but more than the one time. So, keep watching for future videos. But again, if you want to watch a video on the hammer and punch set, it's Wheeler Engineering. I picked this up at Cabela's, and that's going to be quite a ways off. I don't want to really review something I don't have a whole lot of experience with yet. So, but I will do a lot of shooting videos with this in the future because, again, I didn't really get a chance to shoot it at the range I'm used to shooting at. There it was only 15 yards, which is kind of out there for a handgun. So I hope that that I can get to one of the ranges soon, get some more footage shooting this to see where the sights are now that I adjusted them, to see if I got them where I need them to be or if there needs to be further adjustment. But I think it'll be pretty much spot on, but I could be wrong. So we'll see. So stay tuned, and there will be more videos to come.